Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neo. Just getting started, we've got this return client. She previously had the Dreamy Moons and Stars set where I encapsulated pixies and we used that really gorgeous purple glow color by Not Polish. She did come in bare. She did not rip her nails off, thank goodness, because I screamed at her last time, but we came in bare and we're just getting started with the new set. It came out so beautiful. I was actually like low-key jealous of her when she was leaving. I was telling her like, damn, like this is something I would have did on myself. Like I'm so freaking jealous, but you know, at least I got to do the set at all. Just as normal, I like to start off by spraying my clients down with some alcohol and using my cuticle pusher very gently to push back the skin. Some clients are a little bit more sensitive in that area, so it's important to just be as gentle as possible, but I don't use it to really scrape the nail bed. I just push the skin away and then I go in with this diamond skiver bit to then do this part. So instead of scraping it with the cuticle scraper, I just use my diamond skiver bit. And as you can see, I'm not spending particularly long time in this area. I just like it because it's nice and pointy. Once you push the skin back, you can kind of use this bit to get up under there, just a tiny bit to get rid of any cuticle that's on that nail plate so that we can minimize as much lifting as possible. Once done with that, I'm going in with this coarse sanding band from Young Nails. Honestly, I prefer the medium, but I bought coarse and medium and then used all of the medium, so I'm just using up the coarse. And we are in November, like Black Friday's around the corner. So I'm definitely going to stock up, and I'm actually considering buying another mystery box. If you are interested, definitely check out my video from last year. It's crazy to say that I've been on YouTube for about a year now, but thank you for joining and staying. But yeah, check out my video from last year, my mystery box. It was literally a mess. So I'm thinking about ordering another one. I have it in my cart and I'm like, should I not? And also last year I really wanted the dust collector and or Young Nails light, and I didn't get either, so I had to purchase that on my own. Whatever, that's not the point of the video. But I even forgot where I was going with this, but basically, oh yeah, I got them from Young Nails. Using that sanding band to just dust, as you saw, really quickly, just buffing the natural nail so that we have a little bit of texture and removing the shine and things like that. So I'm going in with these natural Coffin tips, and I do clip the edges of my tips. So usually tips, these do have a half weld, but I don't really focus on the half weld. I just kind of just put it on the very tip of the nail as possible. But what I like to do with these tips is I like to clip off a bit of that sidewall piece. So the small line of the tips actually go pretty deep. And the client actually made a comment and we had a good laugh about it. She was like, oh, you're using the fat girl tips on me. And I was like, what? Because she saw me clipping the sides of every single tip. Not necessarily the sides, but like the very edge of that smile line. I don't like how deep it dips down into the client's sidewalls. So I do take my straight edge clipper before applying every single tip and I clip it. So she thought like I was using, I don't even know what fat girl tips are, but I was like, girl, no, like I don't want the tip to go all the way down the side of your nail. But it was really funny. Just making sure to apply these as straight as possible. My tip is just to follow an invisible line down the entire finger, not the fingertip. As you can see, she's got a few wobbly bits on her hand. So to make sure that the nails have a straight appearance after the set is done, I do not align the tip with her fingertip. I align it with her finger. So looking down the entire hand, ignoring any curve that might happen towards the fingertip, and just applying the tip that way. If you are having issues with making your tips stick, I did have a little bit of issue on this thumb and a little, I think 1 or 2 fingers on her other hand. Just use some hurry up spray. Works, it's beautiful, great. So as usual, I like to size the client's right hand first, get their opinion, and then I use it as a guide with the left hand. So that's what I'm doing, just lining up cuticle to cuticle, left hand to right hand, and then using my straight edge clipper to clip as much as possible. One thing to always keep in mind, because we actually talked about this too, is like clients often get nervous at this point in terms of like nail length, and I always tell them once you apply a color to the nail and the tip, they look a lot shorter than they might actually be. So that's just something to keep in mind or to advise your clients about when doing this tip application, or at least the cutting down part, because like at this appointment, this client was like, I want to go a little bit shorter. These are shorter than she normally gets, but they ended up being shorter than she thought they were going to be. And I was just telling her like, you know, just keep that in mind. when you see this tip on the edge of your fingernail, obviously it's going to be like, oh my goodness, it's so long. But then when you apply whatever product on top and color, it definitely doesn't look as long as it does. So that's just something to keep in mind. After applying the tips, I go with my sanding band for a quick blend. Happy with that. Now we're going for prime. Same primer as always. I'm going in with the Mia Secret Dehydrator, the Mia Secret primer. I think it's the Extra Bond, and then a nice coat of the Young Nails Protein Bond. Alrighty, we're getting to the fun stuff. I am not going in with clear acrylic on her nails, and this was an active choice. I actually was like saying it out loud, like, should I not? And you can see I've got my clear right next to me. I didn't do it. I went in straight with color, guys. I don't know who I am or what is going on, but I did it. So this set is so gorgeous. When she came, because her previous appointment, she was like, yeah, I'm going on vacation, and I want something super bright and fun. And I was like, damn girl, like we're in fall, that's not the vibe right now. But when she came in, I was prepared. I had like a neon hot pink. We were gonna do something really spicy and fun for vacation, and then she sat down and was like, yeah, never mind, let's go brown. So we basically just changed the colors, but it's the exact same set that I was planning on doing for her. So this lovely gorgeous brown is by Kiara Sky. I will link it down below. I love it, guys. It is such a gorgeous brown. It's not too deep, it's not too warm, it's not too cool. It is gorgeous. One thing that I will say I noticed about, and actually the client actually mentioned it too, about Kiara Sky acrylics, is that whatever pigment they're using isn't blended 100% to where it's seamless. I find that when I use Kiara Sky acrylics, I'm always getting specks of the pigment that kind of drag lines of color in the product as you're applying it down the nail. It wasn't a huge deal today because we were working on a darker color, so it didn't really bother me, but it is visible, I think, on this finger or another finger. And the client was actually like, what is that? Like, is that from your brush? I'm like, nah, girl, it's from the product, sorry. But I have noticed that in multiple colors. Look, my big hand's in the way. Especially from Kiara Sky. But that's just interesting, something to keep in mind. If you are also seeing that, definitely let me know, because at first I thought I was going crazy, but no, it's multiple colors and multiple products. So I will say this, because this I told her that I was going to tell YouTube on her. As you can see, I'm going back to the pinky. She's a client who has stiff fingers. So I don't know if you work with your nail clients, but like some of them never relax their fingers, especially when you're working on a different finger. So like I worked on the pinky, and she keeps her other fingers really, really tense. And I always try to push the other fingers down, just like, you can relax the fingers. But when she did that, she touched her pinky with her ring finger. I was like, see, this is why I like to keep my nails, my fingers stiff. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I actually had to go back in and fix that brown that we did on the pinky. It was not a big deal, but I did tell her that I'm going to tell on her to YouTube, because she did it again, guys, in this same video on the same hand. I think it was the pointer finger or another finger. She definitely relaxed and then touched it and messed up the acrylic. And I was like, girl, but it's okay. So just going in, we are going to be ombreing this color. It's such a pretty brown color. I love it so much. And she was like, it reminds her of like macchiatos or like really cool, soft coffee kind of drinks. Just a gorgeous color by Kiara Sky. Again, I will link it down below. I am skipping the ring finger, but all of the other fingers are getting a nice application, just a partial, because we are going to be ombreing down over this color. And this client loves a nude base. She loves an ombre because she loves that nude right at the base of her nail. I do too. So nothing crazy. I'm making sure to not build up too high with this product. As you can see on the other nails, it's nice and thin, nothing crazy. Just a nice application, mostly for coverage at this point, because we're going to ombre and then clear cap after. Alrighty, so the next color that I'm going in with is, I don't know how, but it has become my favorite nude of all time. I feel like I say that every few months because I'm such a nudie, but like this color has been doing it for me. It is almost finished, and you know how hard it is to finish a container of acrylic, guys. Like, this is Dolce de Leche by Valentino. I love this color. Crazy enough, I've never used it on myself. I love it. I've been using it on all of my clients as much as possible. I actually used it in a previous video. I will link that below. We did the caramel mocha swirls. That was Dolce de Leche. I used it in a fun summer video, if I remember. I'll link all of them, you know, in the cards or whatever. But this color is beautiful, and look how great it is. It's just a really finely milled acrylic. It's super, super soft and easy to blend with. I am back swiping. I am a fan of that in terms of ombreing. I have no problem. I'm going in with the other color and then back swiping in the other direction. But I just wanted to make sure that the blend was super seamless for this set, just because the darker brown is a little bit darker than the back color. I mean the base color of the ombre. Just wanted to make sure that it's nice and smooth. The ring finger is going to be a full application of Dolce de Leche. And yeah, nothing crazy, just taking my time. I'm not building up for structure at this point because I am, look, I had to push her finger down. I am not building up for structure because I am planning on clear capping just to protect that ombre. But yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful color. I love Dolce de Leche. And like I mentioned, it is running low, but I did see that Valentino is having a huge sale, and I have another container of Dolce de Leche in my cart already, so I'm set to go for a new one because I know I'm gonna love this color for a long, long time. So now I'm just wrapping up the thumb and just making sure that it's a nice, gorgeous blend. Again, I wanted it to be a super, super seamless blend. So what I do in terms of back swiping is use a really, really wet bead and a really, really wet brush. And I just find that that really helps to just smooth the acrylic colors together. As you can see, we've got a really, really nice application. Please do note that the nails are not as long as they did look in the beginning. That's what I was talking about in terms of like, once you apply product to the entire length of the nail, it does look shorter than it does when you just apply the tip. So definitely just let your clients know, like if they're very adamant about a particular length, just let them know it's gonna look shorter than it does when you're done with the application, and then even after filing. But you know, whatevs. Now it's time to clear cap. I'm going in with my OG. This is the Young Nails Core Clear. I haven't been using it often, and I did make a comment like, damn, like it's been a while since I've used this. This product has not failed me. I feel like I know how it works. It's not too runny. I know how to, you know, make it a little bit drier. I know how to make it a little bit runnier. It's just a really good product, especially for beginners. I did start with the Mia Secret Clear, which is similar, but the Young Nails Core Clear is just fantastic, and it's really, really clear, like glass clear if you're trying to do like a glass nail. I am clear capping all of the nails for structure and to protect that beautiful ombre. Nothing crazy, just making sure not to flood the cuticle and sidewall areas. You can see I've got her finger angled down. Gravity is your friend in this case. And then just using my brush to kind of push the product where I need it to go, and then swiping down to blend, adding as many beads as necessary so that I have the structure that I want. But also, we don't want super chunky nails. They're not particularly long. I would say this is like a medium to long length, barely. So you don't need a very, very thick, chunky nail, but you want to have your apex in the right area of the nail, just to prevent any surface breakdown later for the client. Once done with the acrylic application, it is time to e-file. So I'm going in with one of my favorites. This is a medium carbide bit, and it's a non-safety. I have my e-file at a medium to high speed, and we are just surface filing. So I honestly like to go left to right up the entire length of the nail, starting at the tip. Often I find I have a little bit more bulk at the tip of the nail because I don't usually like fold over my product and get rid of excess. I just kind of push it back up. So I know I have to spend a little bit more time around the tip of the nail. And then you'll see me swiping my thumb down the length of the nail to see if I can feel any lumps or bumps or anything like that. So again, the side to side, you see me going up the entire length of the nail, and I'm spending a bit of time around that free edge just because I know I do push my product back that way, up to the surface, not the surface, the cuticle area of the nail. And then once happy with the surface, if it's nice and smooth and I feel like it's looking good, then I go around with the cuticle, there we go, up the sidewalls around the cuticle area and down the other sidewall. That's pretty much how I like to do my e-filing. And I really like using non-safeties. As you can see, I'm getting the edge of that bit right nice and tight in that area, and it just cleans things up for me and the client. I'm going to do this on all of the nails. After e-filing, I like to go in with my hand file. I'm using an 80/80 grit hand file from Pana. It's super stiff, love that. And we are just maintaining the shape. I don't know, I say this all the time, guys, but this pinky, guys, it is doing it for me. The pinky is just so pretty and long and slender, and the shape looks great. I just love a pinky nail. And I actually said to her, I was like, damn, we forgot to do the stiletto pinky. So she's had a stiletto pinky now for about 4 months. It's gone. She's got a regular square pinky, but you know, that's fine. We can always reshape it when she comes back for another appointment. But yeah, I'm just making sure to shape at this point for sharpness. The e-file definitely helps in smoothing out and preliminarily. Is that a word? I feel like I say that all the time. But like giving me a rough kind of surface or shape to guide me with, and then the hand file definitely just crispens all of that. Is crispin a word? You know what? You know what I'm trying to say. But the hand file definitely just crisps things up for me. I like to push the client's skin away. You saw me do that before filing. I kind of just push the skin away from the nail just in case there's any acrylic sitting on there. And then you can actually use the edge of your, there you go, that's me pushing it away. Use the edge of your hand file to kind of get up around the sidewalls of that tip, and then make it a seamless transition from the client's natural sidewalls down the length of the nail. That's something that I like to do. And then the up and down motion on the free edge. Make sure you are squeezing. Even if the squeeze hurts your client, at least the wobble won't hurt your client. I like to do this. I feel like it gives me a nice sharp shape. You're going to see towards the end of the video where I've got still shots or even the final action shot how sharp these nails are. I love a nice crisp shape. I think that that's a really big like selling point for me in terms of nail application. You can kind of tell when you look at like photos of other people's nails how sharp the shape is. Tells me if this nail tech, I mean, this is my opinion. If you're someone who doesn't really care about this, then you know, no shade to you, but like I can always look at a photo and be like, oh, this is someone who really appreciates the clean aesthetic of a nail. No matter like what's on the nail, if it looks nice and tight in terms of shape, I'm a fan. Getting the client clean, I've sprayed her down with some alcohol and just using a manicure brush. Guys, look at how beautiful and seamless these ombres are, and the colors. I think it's just the colors, honestly. They're just so subtle and pretty. So to get set with the end of the set, I guess, we are going in with our top coat. We are using Matted from Not Polish. I am stocked up because I was running low on my top coats from Not Polish a few months ago, so we are good to go in that front. But just making sure to have a nice application. There was a little bit of lint on my brush. I got rid of that. And I just want to make sure that the entire nail is nice and covered, and applying a very thin coat. Again, I don't want the shape to be warped, and sometimes you can do a fantabulous job shaping the nails, but then you apply polish or you apply a design and then top coat. By then your shape has been warped, and I don't ever want to have to like hand file after top coating. So just taking my time, applying a nice thin coat, but it is a full coat on the nail. I'm going to clean my sidewalls if necessary, and then have the client cure for 1 minute to lock in this matte top coat. Ooh, this is another Chiaroscuro polish. All right, so it's a Chiaroscuro kind of set. Getting set, we are going to be drawing some flames on these nails. So originally I was planning on doing this in a neon hot pink, like even a corally hot pink, which I thought would be cool. But to see this in the nude and the brown is just so pretty and subtle. Love it. So every single ombre finger is going to have the flames drawn on them. And in terms of drawing the flames, I'm trying to just use really large beads of polish on the tip of my liner brush. That way I'm not doing a lot of strokes. I'm just kind of letting the bead kind of run while I'm wiggling it. Is that a word? Wiggling? Wiggling? Y'all, it's late. Wiggling it around the nail. You're gonna see I've got like a good amount of gel on the tip of this brush so that I'm not having to do multiple strokes. I'm just kind of letting the brush run, and whatever polish is on there kind of just does what it needs to do. I'm trying to make sure that the middle flame is towards the center of the nail, and then just following the same wiggly pattern, I guess, for flames. Like, what do flames really even look like? Who knows? But as long as you can look at it and be like, oh, that's fire, literally fire, right? But those are flames on her nails, and I'm fine, you know, anything like that. I'm gonna cure after applying these flames for another 1 minute, I think. Y'all, how could I not be jealous of my clients? Like, look at my nails. Look at my nails, y'all. Struggle bus. I haven't had time to do my nails. I'm so swamped with life right now. And every time a client comes in to get their nails done, they leave and I'm a little bit jealous. And they're always like, you know, you can do your own nails, right? And I'm like, I just don't have the time. Like, if it's not for clients, like, I don't have time to do nails right now. It's just crazy, but I'm jealous of her because this set is super, super gorgeous. And this is definitely something that I would wear because I love a nude matte nail. So just to add a little bit of sparkle, especially to this nude finger, we're going in with some really fancy Swarovski bling that I got from Michaels, and I'm using my Zule bling adhesive. And because the adhesive gives a shiny finish and we're going with a matte nail, I'm just taking some of that matted and this same liner brush, I just cleaned it off, and we are carefully applying matte top coat around these rhinestones, and I'm gonna re-top coat the entire nail just to make sure that we don't have any hint of shine. It just looks like these glossy rhinestones are sitting on top of this matte nail. I'll have her cure again for 1 minute and then the set is done. And here we go with the set. Super, super beautiful. The brown to nude is just a subtle transition with the flames. Honestly, it came out great. And definitely check out the shape, super sharp. I love that. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you do. Subscribe for more. Watch more of my videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.